Alrighty guys, today in the shop we got a 2007 Ford Mustang. This is a pretty good customer. We did his HIDs, they're 8Ks. Right there, Ray's running the 4-gauge power wire, the Elite amp kit. And we previously as well put in a Pioneer touchscreen doubled in. We did all his mids and highs. And then right there you can see him over there. We're running the power wire already through the vehicle. And today we're going to be putting in JL 10 W0V3s. Okay, there you are. Beautiful little subwoofer, nickel plated 8-gauge spring terminals, 2-inch voice coil. It's got a nice hefty magnet. It's got a bump rear plate as well. Remember, again, give it a 1/4-inch distance from the back of your sub enclosure, so there will be no suction or compression behind on the dust cap. It's got a halfway X-Max, 1-inch linear both ways. The reason I'm selling so many of these woofers is because they just sound so damn good, and at the pricing they are, you can spend double, three times as much, and you're not going to get as good a sound quality or output. I mean, these subwoofers are phenomenal for their output. With minimal power, you're good to go, and you don't got to be drawing so much current out of your electrical system. I mean, with this woofer, it bangs. And again, I mean, the number one thing, the sound quality. What they have, you're not going to beat. I mean, I sell everything and anything, but the sound quality of these subwoofers is just out of this world. Super clean. I mean, I'm just so glad that we're going this way in a lot of our systems on the JL subwoofers. I mean, I want to be doing so many more. Okay, and then what we're going to be powering these guys up with is going to be a KICKER ZX500.1, which we all know this is a cheater amplifier. RMS is going to be 605, and if you guys are up to date on your JL RMS ratings, these W0V3s are 300 watts RMS, day and night, pounding them. So where we're at right now as far as the amplifier RMS rating and our subwoofers, it's a match made in heaven. And KICKER, very good stuff, very solidly built. I mean, you don't necessarily got to go with JL. I mean, I know a lot of guys want to be sticking to the same brand. You don't have to. I mean, this is going to be doing it perfectly. And this is also reasonably priced as well. This is about 220 bucks. 300 watts. This is RMS rating. I mean, there it is right there. And also the most designed and researched subwoofer in its price point. I mean, you're not going to get better design or better anything. And then with that type of power, and then how I showed you the 2-inch voice coil, it's one of the biggest voice coils for what it's going for. If you really look around and do your research, you don't even got to go one up. This right here is more than enough. And then with this setup, we're going to be doing, as always, with this type of good of equipment, you're not going to stick a prefab box in there. Hell no. So we're going to be putting them in a custom computer designed sub enclosure, ported. We're going to be making these subs hitting nice and low. We're going to be going down to 30 hertz. Remember, prefab boxes in their luckiest life, their maximum output at 45 hertz. Why do you want to be there? These guys go down to 30 hertz, so everything from 45 hertz all the way down to 30 hertz, you're missing. And that frequency, the lower you can go, the more bass output, the more dynamic, the more real it's going to sound, the more you're going to beat up your block. I mean, you'll make neighbors' houses rattle at that frequency. Even at low power, you'll feel the bass response. So that's why we get this good equipment. And you need a custom-made box. Don't be going no prefab boxes. If you're going with this type of these brands, you're just throwing your money away. So let's get to it. We'll be going in and out the installation and showing you guys the computer design and what size and dimensions we got. Let's get to it. Okay guys, went ahead and got the program, the base box Pro on. We went ahead and put the parameters for the JL 10 W0V3 dual 4. There's going to be 2 drivers. The box is going to be at FB at 30 hertz. Our negative F3 point is 47.8. Again, all good because we're going up from there. Our vent dimensions. And here's our graph. And this right here is the perfect size for the box. I'm going to come over for you guys for the Mustang. This right here is a perfect size for the box. The height is 11.5, the width is 34 inches, and the depth is 11 inches. On this one right here, on the bottom right here, in the back, we're going to make a little false addition right here, so that the box is straight, because if you come that far out, it will want to sag down forward. So we're gonna show you that in a little bit as well. And then here are the parameters, and here's what it shows me. We got no dampening. Our vent. Here's our dimensions. We got 9 inches high, 1.5 inches wide by 28.8, well, like 29 inches length for a 30 hertz approximation. And then interior, we're front. We're not flush or we're not rear. Our thickness of our port, and there's no miscellaneous subtraction or addition to the interior volume. Oh, and then our total volume is going to be 1.8, but with the subtraction of the subwoofer displacement and the port displacement, we're at 1.3, almost 1.4 cubic feet. So that's awesome. Perfect for these 210s. And then the parts list on how we cut it up and design it. And then over here, let me go ahead and make it a red so you guys can see a little more better on the graph. I'm gonna go ahead and plot it off in red. There it is right there. That was where our graph's at right there. At 100 hertz, we're at about 116. But you can see how it's a nice graceful slope, how it slopes down. Our actual peak on this enclosure is 117. It looks like 117.6. 117.6 at about 64 hertz, which is phenomenal. That's where you want to be on, as far as on your bass region. And then where the port is going to be still playing at is, remember, we pretty much turn on at 30 hertz because that's where the box is tuned at. So 30 hertz right there. We're about almost 108 dBs, which is phenomenal. That's sweet, okay? And then our cone placement, plenty of safety margin. That's where it turns on. Over here where it's blacked out, that's danger right there. That's where the woofer will self-destruct and hit the back of the magnet and mess up the voice coil, or the surround might let go from the cone itself. So right here we got plenty of safe margin. Right here, the built-in subsonic filter, I think, is at 25 hertz on the kicker amplifier that's built in. Let's go to 25 hertz. See, we're never gonna get there. 25 hertz right there. I mean, we still have way more to go, and we're still in great margin right there. And right there, we're only bumping about a 1/4 inch of X max. And then our vent velocity, I try to come down as far as I could. That's like when the port's so long, so we reduced the amount of air actually flowing out of there, because you don't want it to get up too high. I mean, we have up to right about the 113 feet per second where the bass starts canceling out and you start getting that whistling and the non-bass pretty much. But we're at a pretty decent amount right there. Like right there, we're at 25 hertz. Again, we're not going to be playing that note. So everything on down and we're good. So it's going to be a nice graceful slope, not too much port noise. Very low. And then we're going to be bridged at 2 ohms, so it stays nice and low. And then right there are, obviously, I mean, if you know about the engineering, you are going to have resistant impedance peaks. And then our phase, and then our group delay. We're all good. Okay. And then over here is where our cutout is. Right here are our sides cut out, our front and back, and then our top and our bottom. We're going to start assembling it. These are perfect. We already measured, we already checked. We went ahead and pre-assembled these 4 pieces and made sure that it goes in and goes out. So I guess if you guys do any type of modification or cutting, you could do so. But that's pretty much it right there, guys. Okay, let's get to assembling it. Alrighty, guys. Well, here's the box so far. We got the sides on there. We got the top, the bottom, and the back. The front right now is still off because we're making room for our port. Remember, our port is nearly 30 inches in length. So for all you DIYers, whenever you do your corners, you got to compensate for that right here. The width of the port is 1.5 inches. So that same distance has to be spaced off right here as well, 1.5 inches. So this in approximation is 30 inches in length. It's 29.8. But that's it right there for it to be tuned at 30 hertz. Yeah, it's a long port. That's it right there. We got to straighten it out, obviously, and go ahead and brace it up on there. But that's it right there, guys. 30 hertz for the 210 JL W0V3s. You just gotta just take your time and get your measurements right, and be on the hair and use a flat ruler. Yeah, you don't want to use measuring tape because your measurements will never be accurate because there's a little bit of play in the tip of it. So a flat ruler and you'll be good. Just take your time, and it takes a while. I mean, if it takes me a while, I mean, it's like anything. It takes practice to get good at it. But that's it right there. Let's go ahead and button it up, spray it down so the port looks nice, looks factory, and put the front wall on, route out the holes, punch a hole through the back so like we could pass our speaker wire. And she's getting there. And then we gotta do that front little trim piece so like it looks flush and it won't hang down. Okay, let's get to it, guys. Alrighty, guys, there we go. We got it on there. She's mounted up, glued on very well. And we also used 2-inch brad nails. So there she is. I'm gonna put the front face on there, and then we're gonna go ahead and router out this piece right here, and then spray the black paint in there, and then punch the wire through. Okay, let's get to it. Alrighty, guys, got the front face on there. Went ahead and routed out the port, spray painted it black. There we are. Okay, we just want to show you before we start carpeting it. Okay, let's get to it. Alrighty, guys, there's the box carpet wrapped. Went ahead and wrapped it up, and here are the jails. We're just waiting for our glue to go and heat up so we can go and punch our hole through it, through the box, so we can pass our sub wiring through it. Almost there. And then also so it's more stable. It won't be putting on the hard. Okay, guys, let's call him up and let's give it to him.